Welcome back to the channel where we explore, learn, and theorize about the Marvel Universe. Today we're going to be talking about how the introduction of the Fantastic Four and the X-Men will set up the next major event in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Ultimatum, and how that'll lead to Secret Wars Battleworld and the introduction of God Emperor Doom. If you're new to the channel, I do daily Marvel videos, so be sure to subscribe to never miss out. Let's get started. Sean Sendio, who's worked as the production manager / coordinator on all of the Netflix, Marvel, and Disney Plus shows, posted this on his social media: underground, liberated, totally integrated, mobile army to unite mankind. And it was reiterated and corroborated by trusted industry insider Jeremy Conrad over at the MCU Cosmic. Well, what does this mean? It means that we're going to be getting the Ultimatum storyline, and soon. You have to remember that the team Ultimatum and the Ultimatum storyline are two different things. The Ultimatum team is rumored to appear in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but the storyline will be a larger plot set up over the next 10 plus years. It's been rumored for a while that Ultron will return, and that Scarlet Witch with the reality warping powers will resurrect her brother Pietro, aka Quicksilver, along with Vision, and create her children Billy Kaplan and Tommy Shepard. And by the way, Aaron Taylor Johnson, who plays Quicksilver, still has movies left in his contract with the MCU. But not only that, we know that she'll play a larger role in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness and could even be the villain, which is why it's so important that Doctor Strange 2 got pushed back to accommodate for the current delays. Ultimatum begins due to the resurrected Ultron killing Scarlet Witch. Then Hawkeye tries to kill Magneto, but Quicksilver takes it, dying again. Seeing his children die drives Max insane, and he steals Thor's hammer, which with his magnetic abilities is able to reverse the polarity of the Earth, causing a series of disasters befalling a few major cities. A lightning storm suddenly appears in New York, and a tidal wave hits Manhattan. Reed Richards assumes that Namor was the one who caused the tidal wave, but Namor denies having any part in the destruction because he would never knowingly put Sue in danger. Professor X states that millions have died and telepathically warns the other heroes that Magneto arranged for all of this to happen. They later find out that he's in a floating citadel, so the heroes go after him, and as you probably guessed, it doesn't go well. Magneto kills many of them, including the Wasp, Angel, Doctor Strange, Thor, and it leads to the death of Professor X and Wolverine as Magneto ripped the adamantium out of his body, which ends up being too much for his cells to handle. However, it's revealed that Doctor Doom was behind the death of Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver is still alive. Maybe he finally learned some new tricks from the Flash, like using his super speed to dodge bullets and arrows. Anyways, this leads to Fury using the telepathy powers of Jean Grey to transmit his memories to Magneto, showing him that the existence of mutants was in fact the result of a misguided genetic super soldier experiment caused decades ago by merging his super soldier blood with the DNA of Wolverine. Disillusioned, Magneto immediately reverses the damage he'd done to the magnetic poles and allows Cyclops to decapitate him with his eye-beams. Although this isn't what we originally thought, and who knows, maybe they end up changing this for the MCU, but it was previously believed that the mutants had a dormant gene, the X gene, which was possibly created by the radiation from one or all of the Infinity Stones, and when Thanos, Hulk, and Iron Man snapped, it awakened their latent abilities. However, the super soldier serum is always a possibility, as it's still going to be a huge part of Phase 4, with it being used in the Red Room to control the Black Widows, General Thunderbolt Ross's transformation into Red Hulk, and a new more powerful version being given to John Walker, aka the US Agent. The only characters that we're missing, which if you think about it is a lot, but we know that the Fantastic Four are coming, and the mutants are going to be coming in small batches, introduced through movies like Captain Marvel 2, and a few at a time in their own Disney Plus shows, which will lead to the X-Men, and of course, you can't have the X-Men without Professor Charles Xavier and Max Eisenhart, aka Magneto. Plus, the mutants could be introduced as early as Black Widow, with Oliver the Dutch giant Richters being rumored to play Ursa Major, along with Omega Red and Madripoor, which is grounds for some of the more notable evil organizations that have been pitted against the X-Men and discovered to be an island on the back of a giant dragon, coming in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show. Additionally, Roger Wardell tweeted this on April 2nd, saying the return of the Darkhold will be fundamental for the upcoming WandaVision show, Captain Britain and Ghost Rider will appear in Doctor Strange 2, and the events of both the show and movie will prepare the ground for Doctor Doom's debut. So it's practically confirmed by multiple well-known and trusted industry insiders that Doctor Doom is coming, and soon. And the Ultimatum storyline will ultimately lead to Secret Wars Battleworld, where the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, and many other villains including Doctor Doom and Galactus come together possibly in our next Infinity War and Endgame style movie. Battleworld begins with something called the Incursions, where Earths from different universes are colliding into each other. This leads to the inception of the Illuminati, a group of some of the smartest characters in the Marvel Universe. Iron Man, Captain America, Mr. Fantastic, Doctor Strange, Namor the Submariner, and Black Bolt. Their plan was to stop threats before they happened and prevent the destruction of their universe by any means necessary. They ultimately failed to see the larger picture, but all hope wasn't lost, as Doctor Doom realized that the Beyonders, godlike beings who played a part in the creation of the Marvel cosmos, and in 1984's run of an event by the same name, crushed Galactus like he was nothing, impregnated every universe with an incredibly powerful being known as the Molecule Man, whose origins in every universe was the exact same, making him the only constant. Doom then deduced that the Beyonders were using him as a sort of experimental bomb that would detonate simultaneously throughout every universe, basically ending all life. However, Doom and our version of the Molecule Man traveled throughout every universe, killing his doppelgangers. During this time, the Beyonders were on a multiversal mission of their own, to kill all the cosmic entities. They easily wipe out the Celestials, Eternity, and when the Living Tribunal, the second most powerful being in the Marvel Universe, only second to the one above all, appears, they destroy him, sending fractions of him into every universe. Near the end, there are only a handful of people left alive, and chief among those are Doctor Strange, the Molecule Man, and Doctor Doom. Now before this, Doctor Strange goes to the Sinner's Market, and trades all of his soul for absolute power. This leads to the Molecule Man and Doctor Strange channeling their powers into Doctor Doom, allowing him to destroy the Beyonders, while simultaneously channeling their powers into himself, becoming none other than God Emperor Doom. And finally, he creates Battleworld, which is basically a mashup of what's left in the multiverse. Doom is so powerful that with the wave of his hand he kills Reed Richards, punches Thanos and rips out his spine, disintegrating him, and annihilates Black Panther wielding the Infinity Gauntlet. It ends up taking an alternate version of Reed Richards to face off against Doom, forcing him to admit that Mr. Fantastic could have done a better job at saving the multiverse, which allows the Molecule Man to remove the power of the Beyonders away from Victor, giving it to Reed Richards, who fixes everything. Now this all sounds crazy, and I never in a million years would have thought that we'd get such an epic story. I knew that it wouldn't be too hard to top Thanos, as there's obviously more formidable, powerful, and dangerous foes than him, but now it'll be interesting to see what they could do after this. So let me know what you guys think about all this. Would you be interested in seeing this story unfold, even if it doesn't come for 10 more years? And if so, what do you think they should add/remove, if anything? And lastly, what event could they do after this to top it? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you'll never miss another video. Thanks for watching, and remember to wash your hands and stay safe.